Update time, my people. So, I'm in a little better mood, but still could be better. I've not been filming as much as I wanted to, but I mean, I've got most of the basic shit kind of together. I mean, give or take that. I've started assembling the motor. I've got the cases put back together, transmissions in it, cranks in it. I'm just gonna try and run through what I have, what I've encountered and what I've thought of so far. And I've got good news, bad news, here and there stuff, parts to deal with, and change of scenery. Once again, I'm down at school, and in the middle of the week, and I was like, not the middle of the week, but I was thinking that I probably should do an update because I haven't done anything yet in a while. Frames back from Powder Coat, sitting right here next to me, looking extra spicy. I've got my A-arms painted, front hubs painted, pull bar painted, subframe painted. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if I have anything else painted. I need to do my swing arm. I need to do the swing arm bearings. What else do I need to do? Clean up that. I need to paint the rear hubs because those are red and those are getting painted to match the front. And I've got the hubs reassembled. I've got the actual knuckles cleaned up, ready to go. This is it's taken me about 2 weekends to get everything fully cleaned. Cleaning is what's taken them by far the longest. It's just been a pain. And just sitting here looking, this is a steering stem. Damn, they cut it? What the fuck? Well, I guess I can't put that back in there now. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm off topic. I just noticed that was cut, so I guess I have to get new seals, and that's for the steering stem of the frame because they had to push it out. But holy nutsacks, this thing's getting ceramic coated with some grouts or grouts, whatever the fuck I'm gonna call it. I don't give a shit. But I love it. I live by that stuff for the most part. It's getting coated, and yeah. So I took a second to airdrop some pictures. What the fuck? To my iPad to look at them. What the fuck's going on here? But I don't understand what's. Okay, this is just not having a good day apparently. But I wanted to talk about some things that I couldn't find. My buddy sent me a online manual that really helped. But with the main bearings, I once again did the dry ice. I don't remember if I filmed this or not, but I tried freezing them. Some of them didn't go in, and I took the heat gun to the cases, got them so I couldn't touch them. I got them that hot, and then I froze the bearings. Didn't work. I had to go and get dry ice. As soon as I went and got the dry ice, I literally pushed them in with my fingers. So I recommend getting dry ice. It's worth the. I spent like $12 with the cooler, so I recommend it. That's what I did. That's what we did with the other motor. It works. End of story. So going back to the motor. The transmission, nothing special. I didn't really take it apart. I mean, I took it apart, but I didn't take it apart. I didn't take the gears apart. I pulled the shafts out, slid them back in, and they were all right. The one thing I did encounter was when I had it on the bench, I had some pressure on the output shaft, raised it up maybe half an inch, and it was binding. So I fought that for like 2 hours because I was not paying attention, like what is going on. Once I figured that out, it was all right. And then everything worked like it should. There was nothing really crazy. So, end of story, it's back together and is ready to full send tater chip. What else do we got here? Putting the cases on was a little tough. The gasket, I didn't really like the gasket I got, but hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I guess I'm splitting the cases again, and Yeah, I don't want to say it. Don't want to say it. I already said it, so whatever. But we put the cases on. I put the crankshaft in. It fell in. It did take a little persuasion from a rubber mallet to get it to seat into the left. You're supposed to put the left case on the table and then put the crank in and then slide the other case on top of it. That's how they say to do it. So I did that, and then the only downside to how I did it was the oil separator and that goes in between the cases by the oil drain plug. Like, I think it's an oil separator or like a blow by, I don't know. There's no real specific name, or I didn't see one. So that's the only thing. If you have like maybe a little bit of grease and you kind of just tuck it up in there, a little RTV maybe. I kind of just set it on the case and it like went in, I guess. So that's what I did. And then I slid the case on top of it, flipped it up and over, and then I started putting bolts in. The site I went to, there's 3 bolts with washers. I don't remember off the top of my head. If I look, I should see them. There's one up by the jug, and then there's one in front of the counter shaft. There's one in front of the counter shaft, towards the front of the motor, I mean. And then there's one below the counter shaft on the outside of the case. It's on the front lower part of the case, I believe. Don't take my word for that. Make sure before you start putting everything together, be like, he's wrong. I'm not the manual, so bite me. But for the most part, it was pretty simple. They didn't give a torque spec for the bolts in the online manual. They did in the actual manual, but I don't have the actual manual. I just used the online one. So what I did, I torqued them just off intuition, I guess. They had me putting, it's an 8mm bolt. It's a very small bolt, and I've snapped these in the clutch basket. So I was very careful. I used a torque wrench and torqued them to 9 foot-pounds, and and I called my buddy later, and that's what it was supposed to be called for, or 9 or 10. I can't remember exactly, but 10's kind of pushing it. I would think you're getting on the edge of breaking stuff, and when you break a case bolt, you're gonna have a very bad day. So I did that, and then torqued those all to 9 foot-pounds, and then what did I do? And then I started to assemble I put the oil pump gear on it after that, and then I put the pickup tube on. I think I did that first. Cleaned the pickup tube out. I got a new bushing for that, and it was real tight, so I just took a little bit and you had to force it in. I mean, you gotta make sure the O-ring on where it goes into the oil pump housing is in all the way. And then I put the new oil pickup tube hold down because I broke that on the way out because it's like yay big, tiny. So put that in, tighten that down to what it was ever torqued to. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then I put there's another like a windage tray kind of thing that holds the pickup tube in as well. Put that in. Put the cam chain on. Put it up through the case. Draped it over. Put the timing chain guide that goes down in by the case. Put that in. And then I put what else did I put in? I put nuts. I put the counter shaft in. I think I did that next. And buddy, was that fun. Put the counter shaft on, tighten that down to like 40 foot-pounds. That got torqued down. You need a special 4-prong nut. 4 words are tough, it's late. It's a 4-prong socket. Geez, ow. And then that got tightened down, and then I put the gear on, the primary gear on the crankshaft, and then the gear that goes to the counterbalance, and then the primary gear and the other gear that goes on the crankshaft, and tighten that bolt down to 80 foot-pounds, I believe, which is holy Jesus. Have fun getting that. You got to give her the beans, tell you what. And then there's a reduction gear from the starter. I'd put the reduction gear set on after that. And then what? Oh, I put the shifter in too. And the windage, there's a transmission windage tray that I put on as well. Got that all tightened down. The shift selector is kind of a little funny to put in. You gotta how I did it was, I put the little detent springs and levers into the little Y-piece looking thing and slid it into that, and then slid it down into the drum part, and then tighten the two 10 mils down. And then, ooh, don't forget the little spring like lever for that, for when you shift it, holds it there. If you're watching this, you probably know what it is. Not the selector, but the part behind the detent spring. And then I put the selector in and got it tightened down. God, I still can't believe that's not held in by anything. It's just big chilling. That just doesn't seem right to me. That selector's just big chill. Where the fuck? That selector's just big chilling by itself. I don't have any pictures of it with the flywheel on, but I put the flywheel, not the flywheel, the clutch basket. I did put the flywheel on. I don't think I took any pictures of it, but I put it on. And then I put the clutch basket on. Did I put the flywheel on before that? I don't think I put the flywheel on before that. But the flywheel, you just make sure it's clean, doesn't have, because it is magnetic and it will pick up metal shavings. So clean it real good, because I didn't at first. And I was like, oh poop, there's a bunch of metal shavings. So I cleaned it up and got it ready to go. Then what? Tighten that down to, I think that's 80 foot-pounds as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's not a fun one to tighten down either. 80 foot-pounds. Got the flywheel on, that nut. I think that's the last thing. And then I put the stator cover on, and that, you gotta be real careful with that, because I forgot that's magnetic, and it just went poof, and just almost pinched my gasket in half. Scared the shit out of me, tell you what. So I have the left side of the motor all buttoned up on the bottom end, and that is ready to rip tater chip. So what else do I got? So and then I have the back clutch basket on. I have the big outer and the inner on and ready to go. I didn't get as far as I wanted to. I was just taking my time, not really rushing. Not really rushing or trying to hurry my way through stuff. Made sure it was right. Yeah. That about sums it up for what I've been doing. I'm gonna put pictures in of what I have so far. And be sure to oil. That's another thing. I've been using this engine assembly lube and just engine Honda. Like, it's full synthetic, but it's just oil. I've been using Honda oil. I think it's the 1040, but it's the full synthetic stuff, with Molly. It's not a full synthetic blend. It's a full synthetic with petroleum and Molly. That's some great shit. I mean, I never had a problem with it, and it worked pretty well until it didn't have any in it. Then it didn't work very well. But fingers crossed. Oh, drain bolt's in too. We're not gonna forget to tighten that one down. That was torqued down to whatever the poundage was. It was like 18 or something. I don't remember. It's torqued down, ready to go, ready to ship, tater chip. So yeah, that's in. I have to file the rings. I wanted to get that done. I didn't get a chance to do that. File the rings for my jug, not to my jug, but for the piston, and then get the jug on. Get the jug on. Get the or get the I think I'm gonna have to get the piston in it, get the jug on it, and get the head on it. I got the head fully assembled as well, with brand new springs, like a spring, not the retainer, but the base retainer. I don't remember. I don't think that's what it's called, but it's the base, the spacer, not the spacer. It's the bottom where the spring rides, and then new retainers. So I have a full kibble white valve setup, and that's the way I would recommend. I'd recommend that over Honda any day. Or not Honda, but OE stuff, because the OE stuff stretches, and I had to replace that, and it was not fun. So would not recommend that over the OEM stuff over kibble white. I would recommend the kibble white, but just be ready that the kibble white is a little harder on the buckets. So when you do your valve adjustments, you have to make sure that it's actually true, not the because it will push the it'll dent it'll dent the bucket from actually being correct. So you just gotta, I mean, if you're having problems, you might as well just change your shim. But that's not, I'm not that far yet. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to shim it and get it ready to rip anyways. But something holding me back, I gotta send the cam back because it was the wrong one. I mean, I ordered a bunch of parts at once, and it just, the year got mixed up. So I got the older auto decomp that doesn't have, I'll put a picture in there somewhere, and I'll try and voice over or something. I'll try and talk through that. But it's the wrong year for that, so I got to send that back, and I don't know how. It might take 2 weeks. I have no idea, which I'm not real happy about because I have basically the whole motor done. Not the whole motor, but I'm gonna have the whole motor done probably this coming weekend. It's gonna be like first weekend of October maybe. When this is being recorded on like the 27th of September, 2021, maybe. I think that's the day. So hopefully that gets done. I gotta send that back, get a new one coming. Still gonna be stage 3. Nothing. I can't use the OE one, or not the OE, but I can't use the old one because it's got a little bit of rust on it. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Fuck. But I should have everything to get the motor buttoned up and ready to go and then when the cam gets there, just put the cam in it and basically finish the motor. And then I gotta put the top end together still. I gotta put the jug still, or piston, and the head on it. And then I gotta do swing arm bearings still, and put the whole quad back together. Yeah, I can't put the whole quad back together because I gotta wait for the motor to get done. Yeah. So I might be doing valves, or I might be doing the cam when the motor's in the quad. Hopefully not, because I don't really want to scratch the brand new powder coat. I'm gonna scratch it. I don't want to. I'm gonna try my best to tape it up. Did they get powder coat in there? If they did, I'm gonna be pissed. But I don't think I think they did really good for the most part, taping off the bolt holes where the threads are, or like plugging them, as far as I can see. So yeah, I think it really turned out pretty good so far. I'll upload some pictures and stuff, but I'm really excited of what this thing's gonna look like. as of right now, there's only like 3 people that know. There's only 2 people that know the full color combination, and like 3 or 4 that know colors. They haven't, like, there's only 2 people that have seen everything. Nobody's seen my frame except for me, basically. So I'm excited. I'm gonna keep it in a secret. I don't know. I might wait until. I don't know. I'm probably gonna wait and. Nah, I'll let you see the frame. I don't give a fuck. I'll put that on there. You won't see the arms just yet. I'll put that all on later. It looks weird. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. It looks weird. Whew, I got a bunch of work to do. Shit. Well, peace out. I'll try and keep you updated on what the fuck's going on, and if there's any other fuck ups. So yeah, awesome sauce. So I had to get some video of this frame. Yeah, illusion purple is what I went with. You can't really see it because it's not in the sun. I mean, you can see the orange peel and shit. Yeah, they got a little scratched up already. Or that's oil. Some of that scratches. But it's like fresh. It got dirty from sitting in the shop, but damn, does that shit look tight right there. It's just different. If you've seen illusion purple, you know what I'm talking about. But damn, am I excited. Hell yeah. Alright, here's a picture of the head I assembled full kibble white valve train. Nothing too special going on here. And then there's a picture of the transmission and crank before I put the other case half on. Just remember to use plenty of semi-lube everywhere so it doesn't start out dry. And then here's after I put the case on, and after this I flip it and then get the ready to put the case halves together. Stuff a rag in the case. Yeah, you can see where I put it in there, but this is the transmission side. And then you can see where I put the bolts in, put the cam chain, the tensioner, counterbalance, oil pump, and the oil pickup together. And then this is as far as I got. I got the stator cover on, full left side, pretty much wrapped up, ready to go, and then onto the right side next weekend. Thank you.